Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that Disney and Lucasfilm have successfully regained some of the lost fans from the sequel trilogy with just yesterday's episode of The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5, also known as Chapter 13. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, if you guys have not seen the newest Mandalorian episode, I do suggest that you guys back out of this post right now, since it will contain spoilers, just giving you guys a little warning there. But if you guys have already seen it, let's move forward. Now, what's really intriguing about George, John, and Dave, alright, they're all working together as a team to really deliver as much authentic Star Wars material as possible. They're going to be reviving a ton of Star Wars Legends content to be thrown into the Disney canon, as well as taking advantage of a lot of the fan-favorite characters alike. For example, Ahsoka Tano. Exactly what happened just yesterday on Disney Plus within the Mandalorian TV show really got a lot of fans very much wild. The world of Corvus, the mention of Grand Admiral Thrawn, Baby Yoda's real name, Grogu, the Mandalorian going up against Ahsoka Tano. I mean, the overall sequences done between Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni were stunning. Flawless, in my opinion. I think that it was very well choreographed, and they really did an amazing job. So, everything related to the future of Star Wars now, what's really exciting all has to do with the character of Ahsoka Tano being portrayed by Rosario Dawson and what it means with their connection to the sequel trilogy. Now that, of course, the sequel trilogy is over, both Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their new Star Wars universe with George, John, and Dave. Now, further, it's noted that they are dedicated and are actually dedicating much of their time to the character of Ahsoka Tano for the future of Star Wars to make her a main focus in this new era of the franchise under Disney. Now, further, it's described that Jon Favreau has big plans for The Mandalorian Season 4 for Ahsoka Tano, where it's noted that Favreau plans to create a side story in which Ahsoka is able to feel Ben Solo's presence and his struggle with the dark side of the Force. They actually plan to drop in a lot of references of Ben Solo in Mando Season 4 by Ahsoka, where Favreau is planning to create some form of a tease of Ben Solo in The Mandalorian, and that Ahsoka Tano holds knowledge about the grandson of Darth Vader. So let's stop right there for a second. This is going to be a very interesting addition to Star Wars. Now, we talked about how they want to make Ahsoka basically the key to, of course, a lot of the struggles with some of the core characters, like Ben Solo, the Rey character as well, Palpatine, all these different characters that are connected to the sequel trilogy. They want to actually create a link to The Mandalorian. Now, I know a lot of fans out there are probably going to be up in arms about that, but this is Favreau's way to kind of create retcons in the very beginning for the sequel trilogy before he actually moves on to developing the new cut of The Rise of Skywalker, which they still are planning to unveil that by 2023 on Disney Plus. Moving on. Now, Season 4, alright, is set to involve a young Ben Solo cameo in the mix in order to tap into Ben Solo's childhood that takes place some years after Return of the Jedi. It's described that Favreau is planning to create a significant piece of canon that will involve Ahsoka Tano, guiding a younger Luke Skywalker on how to control his nephew with his struggle with the light and the dark, since Ahsoka knew Luke's father Anakin very well and was close to him. Favreau wants to use Ahsoka as a key to helping Luke with Ben Solo in the new canon, since she knew Ben Solo's grandfather Anakin and served as his Padawan. Now, it's described that Lucasfilm is focused on Finn Wolfguard to portray a young Ben Solo for The Mandalorian Season 4 cameo in 2022. So once again, it seems like that what they are doing with The Mandalorian is that they're slowly introducing Jedi, the Skywalkers, all these known, loved characters in the franchise that have been with us from the very beginning. Now, the thing that I like about this is that it's going to create a more positive link to the sequel trilogy. Some fans out there may not like this. I, however, find it quite intriguing to see what's going to happen between this bridge, right? So I think that Favreau knows what he's doing. I mean, this guy is a passionate Star Wars fan. You know, he has loved Star Wars for a very long time, for decades. I mean, he's been in the film industry since the 90s, maybe even before that, honestly. I don't know if you guys saw Swingers, but I believe that was like a mid or maybe early 1990s movie. And even in that film, he made references to Star Wars. So that just goes to show you that he is passionate. He was not just, you know, talking about Star Wars because he was requested to. He actually is a fan, and he knows what he's doing. So we can have all faith in John. He is, in fact, the new George Lucas. And I'll go as far to say that Dave Filoni is as well. So with that being said, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.